We are heading to the safari. There's not really much of a wait. They said it's about 15 minutes, which is nothing. This is usually an hour plus wait. So that's nice. Mira pajarito. Come on, guys. They have covering between lines. This is great. This is for your safety. They have plexiglass.
Take a look above you. You'll notice an animal spotting guide. Keep in mind, we might not see every animal that's up there on that spotting guide. I'll do my best to point out to you as we go along.
We're on the
Just to
safari.
save your lives, if you haven't noticed already, it is very bumpy out here on the reserve, so please remain fully seated for me at all times. Hold on to those personal belongings. They fall out of the truck. I cannot stop or go back for them. Please don't try to yell out, whistle, or holler at the animals either. We're going to be visiting in their homes today. We want to be very respectful of that. And that being said, we're actually going to go ahead and begin our adventure here in the Little Aturi Forest. Now, the Little Aturi Forest is going to be home to some of the more shy and well-camouflaged animals. So
Let's see what's here.
Definitely keep those eyes peeled. In fact, take a look to your right. This here is
look, Pete, look at the animal.
Your first instinct, you might have thought it was a zebra based on those black and white stripes. But actually, the okapi's closest relative
all the way over
is a
there.
giraffe. We know this because they have very similar skull structures. They both have these long, prehensile tongues.
You see it?
Those help reach the tall branches up in trees.
Yes. Mommy, look. Mommy, look. Hi, Bob.
There you go. We can just see that second one over there. Well, it looks like we're coming up around a watering hole over here. We'll see if you might take it out around this area. In fact, keep an eye on that left-hand side. Hanging out just against that rock wall in the cool dirt is a black rhino.
Look at the rhino, Pete.
You see it?
See the rhino all the way over there sleeping?
There
Yes,
are less than 5,000 of them left in the world.
My goodness.
That's because they're unfortunately poached for those horns on the end of their noses.
Mommy,
Those horns are made up of keratin. With both our hair and our fingernails, they are made up of keratin as well. So that means it has no medicinal value, and it really is a shame that they're poached for those horns. If you take a look straight out here towards your right, that is a greater kudu, the one you see standing up.
Look, Pete, look at the
without
little
the horns on their
deer.
head. Since there's no horns, that tells me these are
Oh,
female
look.
greater kudu, because the males have these huge horns that reach up to 6 feet.
All the way up there.
hi,
If you can spot those beautiful chestnut-colored antelopes laying down in the brush, those are bongos. Bongos are nicknamed the ghosts.
Bongos. Look how cute they are eating the grass.
In
The
fact, they
little
probably thought they
trees.
were invisible to us back there hanging out behind the bushes. Let's see. And it looks like that might actually do it for us out here in the Little Aturi Forest. But definitely not a bad start to our adventure here so far. Especially with that being probably one of the most difficult areas for us to be able to spot these animals. They're some of the more dangerous animals of Africa. So we definitely want to keep our eyes peeled as we're going along.
The Safi
I'm not
River.
spotting too much activity over here on this riverbank. Let's try somewhere up ahead. Oh, in
Let's
fact,
see,
we've
Pete.
got hippos, folks.
The hippos.
The globe means a group of hippos.
Look at
Oh, look at the hippos.
Now, hippos, they can hold their breath for about 8 minutes at a time while they're down here below the water.
Mommy, where?
It's like a few of them are having a contest right now.
Sleeping?
Yeah, they're sleeping.
And what's kind of unique about how they travel along this riverside here is rather than swimming up towards the top of the surface, they'll actually walk or run along the bottom of the river.
look at them in the water.
Look at the birds.
These large birds you see on the island, those are the pink-backed pelicans. However, they only get their pink coloring around their mating season.
Let me go, Mommy. Let me go. Let me go.
Let's see, as we cross this bridge up ahead of us, oh, keep an eye on your left-hand side. We have some Nile crocodiles. They're going to be right below our noses over here.
Look at those crocodiles.
One of the largest of the crocodilian species. They can grow up to around 16 feet long. They are extremely dangerous predators. Nobody wants to mess with them. Towards your right. That is the baobab tree. We're going to see a few more of these throughout the reserve, but their nicknames are the upside down tree due to the branches looking like roots. Now we're going to go ahead and make our way through the savannah here. It looks like we spot quite a bit of movement out here across the plains, but we'll wait till we get a little bit closer before we start identifying anyone here just yet.
Yeah. Oh, a lot of them coming up.
And it
Little
looks like
bumpy
our first
ride.
footprints coming up over there on the right hand side, hanging out in the shade. Those really small antelopes that are laying down are springboks.
Over there, P. Look, over there.
They look
Over
like really
there.
small antelopes, but they're actually fully grown. They don't get much bigger. Once they're
Look at
done.
the
Check out this
look at the giraffe
making its
running.
way across the plain here.
Giraffe.
Look at giraffe.
Not too often to see a giraffe running like that. But they can actually reach speeds of around 35 miles
Mommy,
per hour to
look!
get into a full sprint, believe it or not.
Mommy, that's cute.
Of course, this is going to be a Maasai giraffe that you see out there. We can tell because they have rough edged spots that are throughout their entire bodies. And those rough edged spots are unique to each giraffe, the same way that our fingerprints are unique to each one of us.
That's giraffe.
And we'll make our way around there in just a little bit. Hopefully we can make sure everybody gets a selfie with a giraffe. Oh, but take a look over here to the left-hand side, straight out, hanging out in the shade. In fact, there's a few in the cave up ahead, too, are African wild dogs. Nicknamed the painted dogs due to the unique, beautiful markings they have on their coats. Now, these guys, they are pack hunters. They often run their prey down to exhaustion. And they've got to have very high success rate with that as well. In fact, they have a higher success rate than all of the large cats of Africa do. Cheetahs, lions, you name it. And if you like the African wild dogs, they sell a stuffed animal of them out here in the Harambe marketplace. The proceeds from that purchase actually go to help out their species directly through the Disney Conservation.
See how many giraffes? They're tired.
Out towards our left, looks like we spot a few sable antelopes hanging out in the shade. Kind of difficult to spot them, but if they might look a little familiar to you, we actually use the sable antelope as the emblem of the Harambe Wildlife Reserve. That's because within the wild, they are known as the protectors.
There goes the giraffe to
They've
go.
got these pretty big large horns that sit on the top of their heads that they'll use as sort of like a deterrent in case of a predator. So that means, kids, you do not want to play in the termite mounds.
Mommy, here's the mouse. Mommy, here's
Yeah?
And then, of course, we got another family favorite over here. We can see a family of zebras in this area. And a group of zebras, this is called a
look,
dazzle.
Mommy, look.
Dazzle
See the zebra? Look at the zebra.
They eat.
one of the
Look
younger
at the
giraffes
zebra,
over here on the
Pete.
left as well.
They eat.
Looks like it needs a tissue. Got some drool hanging out over there.
Woo.
Of course, when she reaches adulthood, it's going to stand over about 20 feet tall when fully grown. And to answer the age-old question, whether or not zebras, if they are black with white stripes or white with black stripes, our researchers, they actually tell us that they are in fact black with white stripes. They noticed that because of the coloring of their noses. See, we'll come up on a few of the younger zebras up ahead too. Well, let's see where these giraffes go first. I want to make sure we can get a good picture with them.
Oh, yeah.
Have those cameras ready. Got a little bit of a giraffe.
Mommy.
It's like this one on the right wanted to take a photo with us. Let's see.
Look, Penelope.
Whoa.
We got some friends pretty far out there towards the top of the hill out on your right side. The ones that are laying down, those are white bearded wildebeest. They're very migratory animals. They actually herd in huge groups of over 1 million. And of course, you can't miss those animals with those huge horns on top of their heads. Those are the Ankole cattle. And those will actually be the only animals that are domesticated that we will see out here today. There's another antelope species out there towards the right, being a little shy, kind of difficult to spot them out there, but those are Patterson's eland. And I hope we can actually get a closer look at them. They're pretty unique animals. They're one of the largest of their species, and in fact, a fully grown adult male, which he is way out there at the top of the bushes, hanging out on the left side, he's huge. He stands up to 6 feet tall, just up to his shoulders. He is absolutely a monster. And he can actually stand up on his hind legs, and from that point jump about another 6 feet straight up in the air. Really incredible animals, very strong. And I'd say we've had pretty good luck so far here in our adventure. Hopefully this luck continues on. Coming just up ahead, it looks like we're headed into elephant country. And I got a pretty good feeling we'll spot some large ones. In fact, take a look out there towards the right. You can just see 2
Look at the
male African
elephants
elephants.
walking.
Now we can assume that these are 2 males because they're out here on their own. And males, as they get older, they'll separate from the herd and go out and live in solitary, or they're actually go and form bachelor groups like we see out here. Folks, this is a rare sight over here on the left. If you look just on these trees over here, these are mandrill monkeys. You see a whole troop of them. And in fact, there is a baby mandrill monkey who, if you see the one that's laying down or sitting down, facing us towards the left of the tree, she's actually holding her baby. It is that tiny. It's very difficult to see.
Yeah.
That baby was just born on Saturday.
Oh.
So not even a week old yet.
Where is it?
They're
Definitely a
all
rare
over
sight.
there.
I think that might be one of the few times we've actually been able to see the baby while we're out here.
Oh yeah, look at. It's got a
Look at Dad over there, just mean mugging us.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, look at that one.
If they looked a little familiar to you, there's a famous Disney character that was modeled after the mandrills that we all know and love.
Rafiki, yeah. Whoa!
Let's see here. Uh-oh, road closed. That's probably got something to do with our large friends over there blocking our path, so looks like we might have to see if we can find a detour somewhere up ahead here.
Look, Mommy, one more animal.
The elephants.
And in fact, that actually brings me up to a very good point. What if that's going to keep the elephants from continuing to encroach on human property and possibly destroying crops? It's going to help out the bee population, which is also being threatened, and helps out the farmers so that they can sell some honey for a little bit extra profit. So definitely like a win-win-win for everyone. Well, if you take a look on this right-hand side, this is red clay. Looks like we've seen some tusk marks showing up in that red clay there. Very popular from the elephants. They'll go right up to it, scratch off with their tusks, and actually consume that red clay for the minerals that are inside. Yeah, but he got up right up close to us, 6 feet tall.
Wow.
Watering hole just up ahead. We'll see if anybody's hanging out. It's very unique if you see an elephant around a watering hole. They can hold up to about 5 gallons of water within their trunks. That means they end up consuming about 40 gallons of water within a day. Also, we got an island of greater flamingos. We're the largest of the flamingo species. And if you look, there's a few chicks hanging out against the island's edge there. What's very unique about the flamingo
Mommy,
chicks, when they're
Mommy,
first hatched, they're born with that bright pink color. Popular spot for rhinos, because they'll roll around all over in this mud here to actually protect their sensitive skin from the sun. So it's kind of like a sunblock for them.
In the mud.
Yeah.
The ears.
See the other ones hanging out in the shade over there. Let's get a closer look. We can get these rhinos can get right up beside us, in fact. And the white rhinos, they get their name from the Afrikaans word of vite. Vite means wide or broad, which they use to describe their mouths. Because with the black rhino, which we saw at the beginning of our adventure, they have a sort of a triangular shaped mouth, so that helps to differentiate between the two of them.
Wow.
Dude, right in the mud.
Oh, wow. Look at these two. Look at the
What's pretty unique about the rhinos is that they actually gallop, just like horses do. And they can end up reaching speeds up to around 35 miles per hour as well. Kind of hard to believe.
up there.
And lions, of course, they sleep through a majority of the day. They are nocturnal predators. The lionesses,
Yeah.
usually the ones that go out and do most of the hunting for the pride. The male lion, he'll stay back, guard the territory, along with the rest of the cubs. A lion's roar, that can be heard by it's about 5 miles away from there initially standing. There he is.
Lion King. See? Looks like the Lion King.
Where?
Perhaps one of my favorite facts about the lions, during the day, they have about the same vision as we do. He could see us just as well as we could see him if he woke up from his cat nap.
Up there.
However, at night, they've definitely got us beat. He can see up to about 6 times better than we can, making them incredible nocturnal predators.
I see it.
You see it? Oh my goodness.
Oh, they don't.
There she goes. She's laying down over there in the sun.
Come here, please. You can see the animals over here. That was the safari. You like the safaris, Aiden?
Yeah.
That was awesome. You saw the animals? What a great ride for kids and families of all ages.
Daddy, that's all of it.
Yeah, we got to go find another ride.